Flinner Homes, welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to cover 3 objectives. First, we're going to navigate to the schedule. Then we will learn how to create a new schedule. And finally, we will add and remove tasks from the schedule. Welcome to this CoConstruct tutorial on how to use the scheduling feature. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is go up to Projects, and then you're going to navigate to the job you would like to select. On the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see Project Management, and you will want to select the schedule. Alright, what you will notice is that there are 5 different views of the schedule. I'm going to recommend that you always function in this task view. Alright, so at this point, you're going to notice that there is typically a schedule already generated for you, and all you have to do is edit the template at this point. But I'm going to show you how to create a template. One quick thing that you can keep in mind is that if you have a schedule that you like from a previous job, you can make that schedule into a template so you can use it in the future. So right now we're just going to use the standard master schedule that has already been created. So go to Copy Template, use this drop-down feature and select Master Schedule Template, and then hit this blue button. One thing I want you to know about this is every time you create a new schedule or template for a job, it will delete the previous schedule that was there before. So you're just going to want to verify that you are not deleting any important information. Alright, so I'm going to show you 2 different ways to add tasks. This first way tends to lead to some problems, and I'm going to show you why that is. And then I'll show you probably a better practice way to add a task. So up here, you're going to see several icons, and the only 2 icons that we're going to use for right now are the Add New Task and Delete Selected Task. Coming up, we're going to use the Collapse All and the Expand All. So if you were to click here and add a new task, what you're going to notice is that the task generates at the very bottom of the schedule. So even if you go in here and you change the date, it will not move the task up on the list. So the reason for this is because everything is categorized by the identification number, the ID number up here. So if you wanted to, you can create a task this way, then you can click and drag it to the correct location, and then drop it. If you don't move it up in the list, there's a good chance that you might miss this task. So that is one of the reasons why I don't recommend adding a task this way. If you want to delete a task, you're going to click the task and you can come up here and click this X, or you can right click and delete tasks. So a better practice for adding a task is to go to a date that is very close to where you want your task to be. So you're also going to want to make sure that you are in one of these categories. Like, you don't want to add a task as a major category, because a major category is just for large overview stages of the build. So clients can also see any of these tasks. So if you go to the Collapse All, this is what a client is able to see. And then if we hit Expand All, you're going to see some subcategories. So if I needed to add a task, I would want to click the arrow to go into one of these subcategories. So this is near the date that I want, so I will select this task, I will right click, I will hover over Add, and I will either add the task above or below. Then at this point I can rename. I can also change the start, the work days, or the finish. And then just to make sure, you can collapse all, and notice that we will no longer be able to see our new task. So that means the client won't be able to. The only reason that you would want to show a client a task typically is if they have a selection meeting or they have a selection deadline coming up. So the final stage is that you want to publish this draft. If you don't publish the draft, it will not save the draft. Alright, so this is published. So thank you for watching this tutorial on how to add tasks and take away tasks from the schedule.